Hi, Peter Charles here, Hooked for Life Fly Fishing. And today we're going to tie the Highland Belle. It's an attractive looking pattern, and the combination of grizzly and orange I think might make it a good steelhead fly as well. So you might think about it as a steelhead alternative. So let's get started looking at the materials. Our hook is going to be a size 4 streamer in a 3 extra heavy, 7 extra long. Our thread is a black 8/0 Veevus. Our rib is a small silver tinsel. The body is gold silver Uni-Mylar, and we're going to be using the gold side here. The throat is going to be white bucktail. And the wing is going to be a combination of an inner feathers made out of this orange hackle and some grizzly hackle. Now, let me talk about these for a minute. And you're going to see this when I put it together. This is good quality hackle. This is garbage. I bought this just for winding steelhead flies. Trying to find good feathers out of this to tie a feather wing is pretty hard. So what I did was, in this particular pattern, the orange is the inner feathers, the grizzly is the outer feather. So putting the good stuff on the outside and putting the crappy stuff on the inside actually works out. So if you've got crappy feathers, and there are patterns where you've got an inner feather and an outer feather, look at using the crappy ones inside. It's really not that noticeable once you've got them all together. And the other thing I did is the grizzly is sort of a narrower feather. The orange is a broader feather, so that worked out as well. You can see the orange sort of above and below the grizzly, so it looks rather cool. So let's get going and get tying. Okay, just stop in front of the hook point. We'll tie on our silver, and as usual, we'll tie it on the tag on the length of the threaded area, so that where we have tied our thread on, that's how long we want the tag to be. A couple of wraps to hold it. Now we'll do the same thing with the Mylar, and remember we're going to be tying it in gold, silver side up, because we are going to be using the gold side. Now keep those tags on top. I'll wind back a little bit further. And I'm going to come forward. Okay, now for a body. Make sure it flips over to the gold side. Pull it nice and tight to begin with. Put a wrap at the back and come forward, touching turns. Oh, see, some black showed there. We'll just back up, come back again, hide up that bit of black. Now we'll counterwind a rib. Again, a turn at the back, and then come forward. Now we're going to tie in our throat. I'm going to stack it. This is the white bucktail. Go sparse. We don't want a lot here. Now, this is not the straightest bucktail, so I'm going to pick out the most crooked looking bits and try and get this as straight as possible. We're going to, oh, there's another one. We're going to have this about the length of the body. Pinch loop it on top. Put a really couple of soft wraps at the back. That helps to pull it together a little bit. Now for our wing, and you can see the orange with the grizzly, and how I've matched up the larger orange feathers with the smaller grizzly, so the orange shows, because that grizzly being a nice dry fly hackle is pretty dense. So the orange would disappear if they're both the same size. Okay, again, a pinch loop. And just make sure that is sitting straight. That's good. Okay, now the whip finish. And some head cement. Okay, there's a Highland Belle. I think it's a rather nice looking pattern. I like the way the grizzly and the orange work together. As I say, with the gold and the silver as well. It's a good color combination. And as I say, I think this actually would turn out to be a good steelhead fly. So give it a whirl, you know. Especially when the water conditions are quite clear and you want a relatively small fly that's not going to be really in your face, but still it's got some pizzazz to it and some flash to it. So give it a try, the Highland Belle. Cheers.